morning, dear students. This is your Sudha ma'am. Welcome to first session of lesson 2 of class 10 biology, that is respiration, the energy producing system. In this lesson, we are going to study about introduction to respiration, discovery of gases, events involved in respiration, aerobic and anaerobic respiration, evolution in gaseous exchanging system, and finally respiration in plants. Today in this session we are going to discuss about the first two topics, that is introduction to respiration and discovery of gases. Respiration is one of the important life processes which provides energy to our body. Generally, we think that by taking food we get energy. But the food provides energy for all our bodily activities only after breakdown through the process called respiration. In our previous lesson, nutrition, we have learnt that the food we take gets digested and absorbed into the blood. Then it is transported to all the cells of the body, where it is combined with oxygen and produces energy. Hence, respiration helps in final utilization of the food in the cell and produces energy. This energy is used to perform different activities. The term respiration derived from the Latin word respire, which means to breathe. In our lower classes, we learnt that taking in and giving out of air is called breathing. That means one inhalation, that is taking in of air, and one exhalation, that is giving out of air, together makes one cycle of breathing. Generally, an adult human being breathes 12 to 20 times in a minute. So, let's study the processes from the inhalation of air to the utilization of oxygen in the cells. As we are saying breathing involves gases, we need to study the discovery of gases. In 14th century, people hardly knew about the life processes that takes place inside our body. They know that air is a mixture of gases and respiration is a process where air goes in and comes out, and it produces some heat. In 18th century, two scientists, namely Joseph Priestley and Antoine Lavoisier, conducted many experiments to work on properties of gases, their exchange and respiration. Priestley conducted some experiments popularly known as bell jar experiments and discovered the life-sustaining gas which is helpful in breathing and burning. Lavoisier also conducted several experiments. In his bell jar experiment, a bell jar was kept over water trough, and inside the bell jar he burnt charcoal. He observed that some gas is released and he named it as fixed gas, fixed air. Those days they didn't have the knowledge of oxygen, carbon dioxide and other gases. This fixed air reacted with lime water and turned it milky. That means it is nothing but present carbon dioxide. Lavoisier, in another experiment of same setup, he burnt phosphorus inside the bell jar, and he observed that some component of air, that is respirable air, helps to burn the phosphorus, and that respirable air is involved in breathing. So, it is nothing but present oxygen. In another experiment he conducted that 1/6 of volume of vitiated air consists of chalky acid gas, that is fixed air. What is vitiated air? He used the term vitiated air for the air from which the component needed for burning has been removed. That means air with less oxygen. So he concluded 1/6 part of the vitiated air is chalky acid gas. To recreate normal air from vitiated air, he suggested adding respirable air and removal of chalky acid gas or fixed air. And finally, he concluded that a type of gaseous exchange is being takes place in our body. The eminently respirable air is being absorbed and almost equal volume of chalky acid air is released from the lungs. According to him, the red color of the blood is due to the combination of respirable air with blood. But later, it was proved that red color of the blood is due to the presence of hemoglobin. This basic discovery of Lavoisier gave a platform for many scientists to know more about the process of respiration in our body. By the mid of 19th century, people came to know that respiration is an energy producing system by combusting the organic matter present in our body. By doing so, our cells release a huge amount of energy in the form of heat. A renowned chemist, John Draper, wrote in his book of Human Physiology as the chief materials which a living being receives as matter can be burnt by using oxygen and water. By this, our body expels the oxides of carbon, phosphorus and sulfur. Generally, human body expels out carbon dioxide, but some bacteria and fungus expels compounds of sulfur and phosphorus. That's all about discovery of gases. Now, let's move forward with our next topic, that is events or steps involved in respiration. Respiration is a very complex process of several biochemical and physical processes. It includes physical processes like breathing and certain chemical reactions in which the organic molecules are converted to carbon dioxide and water, while the chemical energy thus obtained is trapped in a form useful to the cell. Though it is a complex process, for a general understanding, we shall study respiration under the following processes. That is 1. Breathing, 2. Gaseous exchange at lungs level, 3. Gas transport by blood, 4. Gaseous exchange at tissue level, and 5. Cellular respiration. To understand the process of respiration, we need to study these 5 processes in a detailed manner. So, we shall study each process in a detailed manner in our next sessions. So, dear students, in this session, we have discussed about introduction to respiration, discovery of gases, and events or steps in respiration. That's all for today. Meet you again in our next session. Thank you.